All right.
Captain Marvel. Let's do it. Is it going to be spoiler? We're going to get straight into it.
Well, I think we might as well now.
We have to. Everyone must have seen it by now. If you haven't, skip, come back. Initial thoughts before we get into the story, the characters, initial reactions.
Okay. So I'm just going to keep this one very short, and then I'll go into my lengthy stuff. I posted in the Bolly Falls room on the Twitter handles, and on Instagram as well, that better than expected. So I'm going to start with that. Better than expected.
Okay.
So I think I was expecting it to be better than expected. So I actually found it to be entirely too bland and just too safe. And it didn't have the quirkiness that it needed, like, say, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, that elevated it to be a great film.
And my feelings fall more in line with Mo's. I feel like it was bland, safe, a little boring for a lot of it. I was really disappointed, I've got to say.
Wow, okay.
I was very disappointed by this film. It wasn't terrible, but not great either.
It's like, if you compare it to, say, like, what, Ant-Man and the Wasp that came out last year, that was a great sort of funny movie, right? It didn't sort of like, it was fun. This one, it was like literally, and when you say safe, right, it's not even like, it's safe, they went for a good formula. It was as in like, I don't know, it's really hard to describe, but it was just like they weren't willing to do anything with it.
So you said about, like, did you say you didn't find it funny, Mo?
No. I mean, there were funny moments in it, but it wasn't like, say, like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I didn't
find
the humor good at all.
There were things that the cat did that you
I
had
actually
to laugh.
thought that the cat itself, just because of the cat, that you would like that movie. You would say, this movie is the best movie ever, I love it, because of the cat's in it. So I thought that my biggest thing in this is Brie Larson. All right, I get the whole safe thing. I kind of accept that, but I found her, she's just really wooden. She just comes across as, even when she's laughing in certain scenes, just when she's acting with other actors on screen, she just comes across really weak. And
yeah, that surprised me. For an Oscar-winning actress.
well, that's just it. Then I went back just to look at her catalogue, and I was like, bloody heck.
She's a good actress, but
for some reason.
For some reason in this.
So it kind of got me thinking that maybe that was the direction that they wanted to go in, because
she's not as morose as she came across in the trailers. You know, in the trailers she was just like really dead face and all of that. She's not like that. She does smile, she does crack jokes, but it's just bland. I just didn't.
I would say I didn't mind her. I thought she was adequate.
Adequate.
It's not going to be a performance I remember, but there's nothing I'd single out about her performance that I didn't like. Apparently, she spent a year training for this role.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that on her Instagram over the last few months. My issue, though, there's no arc for her. She obviously realized that she's being hampered. She has that inhibitor on her neck, so she becomes more powerful at the end. But as a personality, as a character, she doesn't go anywhere. She starts off as a badass and she ends as a badass. Like, there's no... Like, you look at what origin stories are there. You look at Iron Man or Doctor Strange, which is probably one of the weaker ones, but there's arcs. You know, they start off as these arrogant, whatever people.
Yeah, but
she doesn't have any of that.
But isn't that her story anyway?
There's no story.
No. In the comic books, because you've got to take the story from somewhere, and if the story in the comic books is that, and again, I don't know this.
It's not really.
Like, there must be some sort of crazy journey, or if maybe she doesn't have it.
It's more of a journey because she's the comics start off as we see in the movie that she was just a human normal person. She was a pilot, so that's where the books. That's that origin, and then she becomes this intergalactic. But we don't get that in this film, even though they show little flashes of her as a pilot. They're so brief that there's no real story to it. She starts off as a badass. Just in this film, she's a badass from the beginning to the end. There's no journey, really.
I think the thing that, kind of just pushed me to that point of, because I was hearing a lot of bad, negative reviews on this. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to be really bad. So I just went in with, right, okay, let's just see what we get. Samuel Jackson kind of saved this movie for me.
Yeah, he held it together.
He was really good, and he played a really good young version yeah, kind of, but he kind of did. Of his, what's his name?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. He played a really good version of him. And the other thing was that CGI was incredible, man. Like you see it, at the beginning, you're like, is that actually him? And then you're like, the more you kind of just accept that that's how he looks now in the film. Like you just
don't
kind of
really notice it.
No,
but to be fair, he doesn't look that bad anyway.
But that's
pretty well because you compare it to Coulson. You compare it to Coulson, who was in this, who was wasted in this, I reckon. Yeah. But he still looks like shit. He still looks old as fuck in this. So you can tell that it doesn't. So they couldn't save his face.
Oh, Olsen.
Yeah. So Samuel L. There wasn't that much to change because he still looks pretty decent anyway.
Yeah. Mo, you mentioned the other guy. Yeah, he was seriously wasted, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did so little with Coulson.
Oh yeah, after having like him as part of the advertising campaign and like all that sort of stuff, yeah, they did nothing. He was literally in for about 3 scenes.
That's it.
Yeah, for a character that gets killed, and he was, like it was like we really liked that character. We wanted to see more of him.
What are you talking about?
Well, didn't he die in the other film?
But he's in. There's a TV series based around his whole character, so he doesn't actually.
Yeah, but that's why. Stick with me, Eddie. I talk about the movie. I don't talk about the TV show.
I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? That's why they don't want to do all this TV stuff mixed in with the movies, because, like Salim has just said, this character dies, and then somebody who follows the whole thing goes, "But no, this character doesn't die because this is a TV series because it comes back to life."
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't do more with him. But
what did you? So we didn't really have a major threat in this film. I know they were going to destroy Earth, but still, there wasn't really a massive threat. So I actually liked what they call the Skrulls. Yeah,
takes the Skrull in a different direction for me. Like this story may have happened in the comics, maybe I don't know. But my experience when I was reading comics as a kid, the Skrull were the bad guys. They were the villains. They were the whole Secret Wars thing. It was all based around them. So for them to be the innocent good guys in this was strange for me. Yeah, I think Ronan the Accuser was wasted in this. The bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy 1. He pops up in this for like 2 minutes. And they're like, what's the fucking point? He comes in his ships, throws a few missiles, and then goes, oh, yeah, we better get out of here.
Yeah, I wanted to see a bit more of him. And that just goes back to the whole thing of playing it safe.
The script was... I wish they had a better relationship with Shane Black. Because this is a film based in the 90s, was going to be like a buddy cop dynamic. And who better to do that than the person who really defines 80s buddy cop movies than Shane Black?
Yeah, but
he didn't have to direct this, but just to punch up the script. He could have added so much better. The jokes would have been better, more witty. He could have added what this script needed.
I think I've been hyped up too much by Shane Black's scripts, and then just to be let down post like 1990s.
Oh, Nice Guys, man. Shows he still got it. Nice Guys was great.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't like Nice Guys. Didn't he also do the new Predator?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And he did Iron Man 3 as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but Iron Man still had those elements. Same with the Nice Guys. He still had the witty dialogue and the energy that this needed. He didn't have that energy.
I think his last good one was like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah, that was great.
So the star of the show was clearly the cat, right?
I hated.
Absolutely.
I didn't hate the cat, but no.
Wait, do you like cats? What do you mean you hated the cat? The cat was.
I hate the cat, but the cat was just got a little annoying after a while. Every time Fury saw it, he's like, "Oh, look at you."
I was gonna say, do you not like the relationship between like Samuel L. Jackson and the cat?
Yeah, it was fine, but to say that it was the character that stole the show when it did nothing.
I'm being dumb. I'm being stupid.
But there's a bit where they scan the cat and they go like, threat level is high, and then they scan like Fury and they go human threat level low.
Yeah, that's fun.
So, okay, did you guys?
What about Jude Law? What do you think about
Jude Law?
Did you see it coming? Did you?
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, wasn't it?
never really think, but too much. Like, I guess the fact that he was talking to Ronan and he had that African dude on his crew who was obviously a bad guy in the Guardians shows that there's a turn somewhere. But yeah, I think the big turn that he wasn't Marvel. They made Annette Bening Marvel, so they've gender swapped that character. How did you feel about the whole girl powerness of it all? It's a shame we haven't got a female voice here to review it with us. That would have been good.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I don't think they really played that aspect of it, did they?
Well, they changed Marvel, the original Captain Marvel, to be Annette Bening, so there's that. And also her co-pilot, you know, the black woman, that's her friend, her daughter. Like, it was a big theme in this. You know, it was a big driving force. But, you know, I guess...
It wasn't in-your-face type thing, though.
Except for when No Doubt's, "Well, I'm just a girl," kicks in when she was fighting at the end. I hated that. That was way too on the nose. But apart from that, yeah, not too bad.
Okay, you guys stayed for the... Sorry, Morgan.
I was going to say, so did I take it no one ever actually refers to this like character as Captain Marvel?
No.
Okay.
No.
So did you stayed for the end credits?
I did.
Okay, I didn't stay for the second one.
Second one was just the cat throwing up the Tesseract.
Yeah. So what did you think of the first one?
Good.
So that whole end sequence was basically the entire reason for this film, right?
Yeah. It was basically just a scene from Endgame, really, because I can imagine they're going to redo this again, or we're going to see it within the context of that film. Yeah, they're looking for the pager battery dies, and Captain America and Widow talking about it, and they're like, whatever it was, it must have been important. Let's get it back up and running. Then Widow goes to leave to change the battery, and then boom, Marvel's standing there looking pissed. He goes, "Where's Fury?" Yeah, I'm really curious to see how her dynamic is in that team, and her opinion on superheroes. And I guess the only one she's gonna know of is Captain America, because she's in the military. Captain America was Second World War. She's gonna know who he is. Everybody else, it's gonna be curious. Are you annoyed that no one was surprised that aliens existed? Everyone was way too laid back about these pointy years.
Yeah. I did have that thought actually, while because you could see right at the beginning, Coulson and Jackson were, or Fury, they were like laughing at the mere thought of everything this woman was saying, and then literally within like a couple of minutes, it just became normal. Yeah,
he's got one in his car with him. The autopsy, the guy wasn't that fat, over the top about it. It was just everyone just, even in the farmhouse with the little kid and all that, it's like everyone was just way too like, oh yeah, aliens, whatever.
Nice. I don't know if it was a nice little touch where Fury got the name The Avengers from.
Oh yeah, from a plane at the end. That was cool. I like that. I did like how they got around, because the film really did start with the wheels turning. We got straight into the action. But I like how they went back to get more of the origin story when they were digging into her memories. And he was kind of going through it like it was
he was like
just going through like
stop right there. What that? Zoom in.
Focus. I did like that. That was cool. It was a nice, interesting.
Are we not sick of like origin stories where the characters generally end up doing something that would actually normally kill you, but end up with fucking superpowers?
I know, that's just the Marvel way, isn't it? Though you're in the front of an explosion, exactly the same with Incredible Hulk, or get bitten by something. Yeah, that was a bit jokes. What do you think about Ben Mendelsohn?
Ben?
Silence. Ben Mendelsohn, he was the main Skrull. He's the actor who was in...
yeah.
He was in Dark Knight Rises. He was in Rogue One.
Yeah, the main...
He was very good, actually. I thought he was probably like one of the best actors in the film.
Yeah. I like the way that they flipped the good guys to the bad guys. The good guys, the Star Force, what thing they were called, with Jude Law and all those people. That blue Asian chick, she was hot, man.
Yeah, she was hot.
See, there's no origin for these. I wanted to know these characters, but we just didn't give us anything with them. We had that little bit of a dialogue about, I think you were handsome and all that at the beginning, but just didn't dig into the characters enough. That's what I kind of was cold for me.
So the thing here is that here we all are. It seems like we're all in agreement that it was okay. But what did you want then? Like, what would you have preferred?
Shane Black to punch up the script. It just needed a better dynamic, better character moments. Because everything else was, I like the setting, I kind of like the overall structure of it.
The scale of it? Were you fine with the scale? I didn't mind having an issue with that.
The galactic aspects of it, and I like the overall structure of it. I just needed better script, better dialogue. Just punch it up better.
Just some danger, right? Because there was like never any point in that film where you thought someone's in danger.
So here's the next thing I've got to ask then. Now, you said like you didn't really feel there was any threat, right? No danger. Now, is Captain Marvel so bloody strong
now,
that she can, like, in the next, end games, they won't feel like there's any danger? Like, I'm trying to understand this because I didn't know how powerful she was until I saw her doing her thing. Like,
once that inhibitor comes off, it's that Superman level of.
No, but this seemed like even
now she can fly everywhere. She can do anything, phase through walls, power blast. Like there's no limit really.
Yeah, exactly. And this even they said it. They when he goes, "We'll be back," and he goes for the Tesseract, and he goes, "No, for the girl, yeah." So it's just like
he's dead now, so.
Yeah, but how friggin' powerful is she? And does it create a situation where Thanos is not really all that much of a match? I'm just trying to understand this.
I hope she's not the one to take him out. It's like we were talking about last week. For her to do it's a cop-out. Because it's the characters that we invested 10 years in that we want to see overcome the threat. Not this one that just suddenly turned up.
But is that how it is in the comic books? Because that's probably the route they're going to...
in the comic, but it's completely gone off from what the comics...
No, okay.
No.
But so you say that, right? But it does make, if you really think about it on a vast scale, why does it have to be a character from Earth that takes down Thanos, right? There's this like person who's on the other side of the galaxy also has a vested interest because it is literally the entire universe that's been affected, right?
Yeah, but for the audience, we've invested in these characters to get to this point. So for someone who just came out in the 11th hour to be the one to do it, it's just it's not satisfying. I want that satisfying moment of someone that we know standing over Thanos, being the one that strikes that fatal blow.
Okay, all right.
You happy with her to just do it now that she?
I'm in agreement with you. I would prefer to have some. I want to see her because I didn't see her get battered in any way, and I want to see her.
She'll fight him. That would be interesting. That would be good.
Yeah, I want to see her just like something to a point where she's not necessarily completely disarmed, but she's like, she's down. And maybe that is the point where you kind of just, root for her a bit more. But if she's just like blasting through everything, it's just like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it's that Superman problem. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah, exactly. Superman, like in the last, was it, lost my train of thought.
Justice League?
Yeah, there you go, right? When Superman came on the scene, it was just an annihilation. It was just like, come on, Superman, like, get hit up. He's just like dodging everything. He just like saved the day straight away.
Yeah. Any other aspects, any other characters? I wish there was more of the relationship with her and that other female pilot. Because even now, I didn't really buy into that there's this history, because the only things we saw of her were the flashes of images where she's getting into the plane, and that was it. It was never really got. I wish we saw more of that military background.
It seems like we all wanted a little bit more of everything.
Yeah, just more, just better written.
Okay. So, what do you reckon out of 5?
It's a 3 for me.
Yeah. So again, I put it down as a 3.
Not terrible, but not great either. It's just kind of in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much in the middle, so I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowhere near as bad as some people were predicting it was going to be, but...
I want to know what Ash and Uz think of this.
Uz won't like it.
Yeah, Uz is going to be shitting all over this.
Tear it to pieces. I'm comparing... Where do you compare it to Wonder Woman? Because Wonder Woman for me was pretty average, but Wonder Woman's a character that has more weight because there's just more majesty to her. So that in itself gave it a bit more.
So I was actually having this conversation with somebody from EE yesterday it was actually. We were just like, I called EE up because I wanted to find out, like, you know, what's the charges in Singapore, right? And then I was just like laying in bed and I said, like,
they're usually the ones to talk to us and get us into unwanted conversations, but you did it to them this time.
So he just said, so what's been happening? So I just said, look, last night I came back from a midnight screen of Captain Marvel. He goes, oh, God, you've seen it? I was like, yeah. He goes, oh, I'm going next week to watch it. So we actually stopped talking about anything to do with mobiles and data connection and all that and just start speaking about Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman. It could have been its own little podcast.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so.
What's your opinion?
No. He obviously hasn't seen it, but he did ask me about what you just said about, you know.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes down to Wonder Woman, I preferred that as a movie, just her origin movie overall, the way it was executed, directed. Again, the ending, you know, not so good, but I just preferred it. I liked her in it. I liked her transformation and her journey.
She has a journey,
Her journey, her loss, you know, her love relationship. I liked all of that.
Yeah, it's kind of,
you know, her trying to, because, and her trying to settle back into, basically settle into society, you know.
See, you get what I'm saying? There's that arc that this character didn't have.
But this character's all about trying to find her memories, and I don't think she did it too bad, but, you know, she's trying to figure shit out.
That's not enough, though. That's not enough to connect to the character for me. But yeah, Wonder Woman, again, average film for me, but the character has so much more weight and so much more majesty that it just worked better. There was more of a spark.
What about you, Mo? What did you think? Wonder Woman?
Oh, you know what? It's been so long since I've seen Wonder Woman. I think I enjoyed watching Wonder Woman more, probably.
Actually, Aquaman.
I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't like Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, you didn't like it?
Excuse me. Yeah, I didn't like it.
It was problematic, but I think it was more of a spectacle than this.
Yeah, look, Aquaman was more cool, and it was on when it comes down to scale, it was big, and you really felt it.
Yeah.
But this, but I preferred this over Aquaman.
Yeah. Aquaman was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was. This needed more fun. Okay, so I guess that's our thoughts on Captain Marvel. Not bad, not great. Could you see anybody else playing this role besides Brie?
I think if you bring out, not off the top of my head, but yeah, I probably, you know, wouldn't have casted Brie Larson for this role.
I wish Jennifer Lawrence didn't do the X-Men films because she would have been so much better. She just has so much more charisma.
Yeah, but that's because you just got this like thing on Jennifer Lawrence. We could be having another conversation about Wonder Woman, and you'd be saying, "Oh my God, I wish Gal Gadot wasn't doing it because I would have wanted Jennifer Lawrence to do it."
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say she'd be Wonder Woman. I wouldn't say she'd be like Tomb Raider. Nothing like that. But with this, I feel like she adds a bit more charisma to it.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I think Jennifer Lawrence would have brought something more to this, and I think it would have been a better movie. Because of that charisma, her sort of style of acting, I like it. But I just think you've got this thing about Jennifer Lawrence, so therefore, you know, it could be anything.